It's tool review time.
So today was the Atlanta woodworking show, and I purchased a tool I've been wanting to buy for a while. It is the Pro Edge sharpening system by Sorby. This is the deluxe model, so I'm going to open it up and see what it looks like inside. So here it is. Essentially, it is a belt sander for sharpening your blades on. And because of the cord, this whole thing is made in England, which I will say is a rarity for today to actually find tools that are made that well. And the benefit about this is that it will adjust the angles. You can dial them in exactly, precisely where you want them to be. And then when you put your tools back on, you have that same angle every single time. So chisels are a little bit different from tools you use on the lathe and so on and so forth. I get into that a little bit later. So anyway, this is what I was looking for. So this comes with a Ziploc. It's got some tools in here. Probably describes what's going on, as well as a wrench and a couple of pieces of steel. And let's see what's in. So let's see what's in the deluxe box. Okay, well, this is good. A couple more belts. You got a 60 grit belt, which that's going to be very, very aggressive. A 240 belt. And there's a belt on here right now that, based on the feel, is not quite 240. And then here's other tools that you need in order to be able to sharpen things. So I'm going to see if I can get this setup working today. So there's settings on here from everything from skew chisels to all sorts of angles, all the way down to 90 degrees, which is what you would use for scraping tools. So you just have to decide which one that you want to consistently use over and over for standard chisels, and use that for your sharpening. At this particular moment, I have it on 30 degrees, which is what I've decided to use for my chisels, and it seems to be working fairly well. So it comes with the 60 grit, and by the way, there's arrows in here that you have to use when you're putting on there. 60 grit, it comes with 120 grit, and it comes with 240 grit, and that does fairly well. But I also purchased this belt here, which is a 600 grit. And they didn't have it at my local store, so I purchased it online from Amazon, which worked out very well. Now we're going to go over some of the tools that comes with the Pro Edge. So the first thing you'll notice here is that I'm using the short tool platform. This one did not come with it. I actually had to go out and buy it. And you'll ask, well, why did you have to do that when it came with the long tool platform? Well, you'll notice a difference in length here. If you take a chisel and you put it on here, on this it'll reach the belt very easily. If you put it on here, you can see the problem as you start to extend it forward to get to the belt. At the base here, it no longer lays flat, and it's not repeatable in sharpening it over and over. So you can go and buy that, and then you can sharpen the tools on there fine. And in order to keep the tool from going from side to side, there's a couple different things. You can actually get a jig for this, or you can use the one that comes with it, which is the standard profile gouge jig, and put the tool to the side of that and then try to run along. Although I'll probably end up making a little jig here at some point that's smaller to hold it. It's similar to the way the skew chisel jig works, where you basically put it on here and you can hold the tool onto the side. Something a little bit smaller that would fit on there would be a little bit more preferable. I don't have that, although they do make one that's referred to as the woodworking chisel jig, and that would probably solve this. Everything on here works with an Allen wrench that allows you to take things apart, but as I've shown you earlier, all you have to do is use the thumb screws to be able to take this side off in order to change the belt, and the quick release mechanism. So it's nice from that standpoint. And as far as adjusting the angle on here, all you have to do is turn this, and then you can adjust this and take it to another angle that you want. For instance, now I'm at the 20 degree angle, and tighten that up, and it's set there perfect every single time. The tool also comes with a jig to allow you to take your bowl and spindle gouges and slide it on here and then sharpen them onto the belt like this, which will work really well. I haven't done a bunch of that yet, but I will be doing that soon. One of the other things that I'll say is it comes with a manual, Pro Edge manual, and everything in here was actually written in England, so it's in proper English, and the person that put it together actually signs it. And very good instructions here on exactly how to do everything from adjusting the belt alignment to tilting the assembly to using the different tools here and everything. So anyway, this is a great manual, and I keep it directly underneath here in the toolbox, so it's always available for me. So the next thing we're going to do is take a plane that I have, and we're going to take out the blade in it, and one that I've had a lot of hard problems with sharpening in the past, and we're going to run it through here, sharpening it at 30 degrees, and take it through all the belts from 60, 120, 240, and 600, and then put it back into the hand plane and see how that works. So here's a little small Stanley plane that I've used many times before that I like a lot, and getting the blade in there nice and sharp was very difficult on a grinder. Taking the blade to the 60 grit belt, it doesn't take too long, 3 or 4 minutes before it gets it back in shape. And I'm dipping it in water in between every 15 seconds or so to keep it cool. You'll see some blue dye on there, and that was from when a while back using on a grinding wheel trying to get it nice and straight, but that didn't work, and it really doesn't affect anything here. So let's put the clock up and see how long it takes to change the belt out. There's 2 thumb screws that have to be taken undone. That will release the side safety plate. Once that plate's off, you can pull the lever back, which releases the tension on the belt, and get the new belt, checking which direction to put it on. That slides in place, and then you pull that lever back and put the side plate on. You gotta put those 2 thumb screws back into position, and once that is completed, we'll be ready to use that next grit on the tool. In this case, it took about 38 seconds. The 120 grit belt cleans up that edge, and it only takes really about 30 seconds. I only dropped it in the water a couple times, and then we'll be ready to change it out yet again for the 240 grit. This time we're going to do it at 5 times the speed just to get it done quickly. The more you do this, the quicker it will become for you. And that is it. Now we're sharp. I'm just going to hone it on the stone real quick, and we should be done. So I'm just using the stone here to take the burr off the edge, and a couple strokes and I'm finished. So what I do when I really want to get things sharp is I have this power strop, and the powder that you put on. So you put the powder on like that, and then you take this and you can sharpen it that way, and that really creates very sharp, and it will literally take the hairs off of your arm. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this episode. This is my first big tool review. Robert Sorby's Pro Edge sharpening system is going to work out great for me, and I'll let you decide what you think. I bought this tool, so I have no obligation to rank it one way or another. The only thing is it's a fairly expensive tool, but I'll let you look up, down, and decide if you think it's worth it. It should last me a long time, and having sharp tools is very important to making sure that you can cut things without using too much force. So I think it's a great thing. I've enjoyed it, and I look forward to using this more and more into the future. So if you like this, click right here to subscribe today, and also click some other videos that will be popping up, and I'll see you next time on Wassel Woodworking. Thanks for watching.